Welcome to the Cougar Cast here at the Kokomo Post Sports. I'm your host, Jay Stevens, and this is a place to get all the information on what's going on inside the athletic department at IU Kokomo. And joining us for today's show, at least the first half of the show, it is Josh Colvin. He's the head cross-country coach at IUK. He also is the head track and field coach as well for both the men and the women. He is a busy man, and I'm eager to hear what he has to say about cross-country as they have a big event this weekend.
We do. Yeah, we do.
This weekend is, I believe, the community 5K race walk right there at the home course. What makes this event exciting for you?
Well, first of all, I think it's also for alumni. So we have a lot of alumni out there. We're starting to get a lot of alumni. You know, overall, we're a relatively young program, but we're getting more and more alumni. And of course, you know, they get a year or two out and they think they're still in shape, and so they like to chirp a little bit to some of our current team members that they're going to come and put it on us here at this alumni race, and so that's fun to see. But just to see them come back, and a lot of them are out there. They're starting their careers, they're getting married, having kids and stuff. So I'm really excited because my daughter is a IUK cross country track and field alumni.
Okay,
and she just had her third daughter in June, and they're coming. So I'm excited to not only for her because she's an alumni, but to see my granddaughters and then just see them in general. So that's going to be nice. My daughter is going to attempt to walk it. I think she's going to have a stroller or a wagon. Her husband's going to be there, and so it's just going to be fun to see that. And then we open it up to community, and so we would really love for community members to come out to support us. You have the opportunity to run on a true cross-country course. I think a lot of people who do road races tend to run them on the roads all the time, and these kinds of opportunities aren't always available to run on the grass, to run on a true cross-country course. So we're excited to host this and to see if we can, we're obviously trying to raise some money for the program, and we are funded pretty good, but we could always use more to help, feed the athletes, buy gear and equipment that we need. And so that's going to go, this whole meet's going to go straight to that.
Are there any specific projects that you guys are trying to fund right now?
I think it's just more, we bought what's called a pair of Normatex last year, and these are they're like sleeves that go on your legs, on each leg, and they put cold water or something through there. I don't exactly know how they work, but it helps with recovery. Okay. And those things run about $1,000, and our trainers have them. But we just wanted to be able to have access. So we have one set of those. We certainly could use another set. They also make them for hips and they make them for shoulders. And so like some of our throwers and our sprinters could take advantage. So just that kind of stuff. And then obviously, our throws group, they require a lot of implements. So not only our guys throw 16-pound shot put, but they also like to train with 20-pound shot puts, and we have hammer throw, and we have weight throw. So it's just really trying to help make sure that our athletes have the equipment and the gear that they need to be successful when they do compete.
About a week and a half ago, you guys went down to McCormick Street State Park down near Bloomington, and I've been down there numerous times back when I was exploring the state parks down there. Beautiful, beautiful park. It's fun. And I always get to hear from you at this time of year about the team camps. And being down there for this team camp must have been enjoyable. Is that a normal spot for you guys to go this time of year?
We do. We've made that a tradition over the last several years. Going down there to McCormick Creek, we like it because we're familiar with it. It is a big group camp, so everybody has a bed in a cabin and things. And I think we do something that's a little unique compared to a lot of other colleges. A lot of other colleges really just kind of do a cross-country camp only. And then your track people aren't really part of that. And we take everybody. So our throwers go down, our sprint jumps, hurdles group go down. And it's really, there's some conditioning that goes on, but it's really more about just team camaraderie, getting to know each other. We do a team kickball tournament, and we kind of force everybody to participate in. And they get put on teams, and there's a trophy at the end. And then we do other tournaments like euchre and cornhole as examples. And each athlete competes, and at the end, if they win, they get their name on a trophy. So we kind of have trophies for each one of these events, and then they're in our office, and then it's kind of just bragging points for that. But I think just overall, it's great for the team. You know, we have freshmen coming in from all over the state and sometimes out of state, and they don't know people, you know, until they get there. And that's just a good way for them to kind of get introduced to their teammates and to just the team in general. So it's something we want to continue to do. We are growing, though. I think we end up taking, if you count coaches, about 85 people down there.
Oh, man.
We're getting close to outgrowing that, so we may have to look at some other options. But we just like going down there, and it's just it's great for our team. And I think for the most part, our team looks forward to that every year.
I know it was pretty hot down there when you guys were there.
It was, and you know, we were just commenting this morning when we came in here how nice it is outside right now. But I felt like it was 95 degrees and 100% humidity down there. And I mean, we were just all sweating. Now, luckily, the cabins are air conditioned, so that was nice. At least you could get out of it. But if you were outside doing anything, it was hot. And that's typically what happens at the 1st of August in Indiana. So it's something we're kind of used to. But when you have the weather has changed like it is now, it's like this extreme. And you're like, where was this 2 weeks ago? This would have been nice too. You know.
Where so the race this weekend, are there any you guys host any cross country meets this year?
You know, we don't, besides the one this coming Saturday. Right. And by the way, this Saturday is at Northview Church Kokomo out on Dixon. So come on out. It's at 9:00. We'll start registration at 8:00. There's an online registration that we've been sharing on our social media, but you can come and register race day of. It's really and we are asking $10 donation to do the race, and then we're going to have some gear for sale. So we're going to have some IUK cross country track and field gear for sale, and actually I shouldn't say for sale. It's more of we'll take a donation for it. And if you give a $10 donation or a $20 donation, you can have this shirt or whatever it is. So we're going to have that, and so hopefully people can come out and enjoy that. But moving forward, we just have many cross country races that we go to year in and year out, and they're just excellent races to go to. So Indiana Westland is going to be kind of our first official cross country meet of the year. And that's going to be every year. That's a very, very challenging meet.
Okay.
The course is easy because it's flat as a pancake, and we have a lot of fast times. But usually, I think last year, there were 17 teams, if I'm remembering correctly, and I think 10 to 12 were nationally rated NAIA teams, both the men's and women's side, and sometimes you'll get Division II, Division III, and Division I teams there. So that's going to be the first true test to see where we're at. And I also know about the top 5 rated preseason conference teams in the River State Conference will be there. So that'll almost kind of be somewhat of a little bit of a preview within our conference at Indiana Westland on September 5th there in Marion, Indiana.
I know this isn't track and field time, but we've not had a chance to talk to you since the outdoor season ended a few months ago. Sydney Duncan won another national championship. What was it like to see her accomplish that feat?
It was amazing. I mean, obviously, with her winning indoor and as dominant as she was, and going into outdoor, wasn't to me a matter of if she's going to win or not in shot put outdoor. It was how far can she throw?
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where everybody was at, even her opponents and some of the coaches around the country. But then to see her come back and become runner-up in discus, that was amazing. I think she came in discus maybe 9th or 10th rated, and then she just ended up getting second. And I mean, that's awesome, and that's going to set her up. She's for this year, because I think now she's got to be thinking discus national champion. I mean, I think you have to think that. And then she also qualified in the hammer, and she'll admit that hammer is her weakest event. But she came in, I believe, like 19th rated, and she ended up getting 9th. And she's one spot away from All-America. So they take 9 to finals. She made it to finals. We were hoping she could just snag at least one person, and she could be an All-American in that. So now I talked to her a little bit, and I don't want to give away her secrets, but we're talking defending shot put championship, winning discus, and then at least becoming All-American in the hammer and in the weight indoor. So her weight indoor she wasn't real happy with that, her performance at nationals, but of course winning the indoor national shot put title kind of helped with that a little bit. So, and then we had Gabe Wedmore, who also qualified for nationals in the hammer throw as well, outdoor, and he went in maybe 15th or something, and he ended up 11th or 12th. So he he was really, really happy with his performance there too. So we're just going to kind of ride that. Of course, we had, Maddie Dotlich in the race walk that qualified. And she's graduated. So we're going to, but just hopefully ride that here. And Sydney's very driven. She knows that, she just can't be happy with where she's at. And Gabe's the same way. Because Gabe also qualified shot put indoor. So, and then we have Evan Gaylor back who qualified indoor shot put. So
Wait, he's back again?
He's back again. He's our 6th year COVID medical red shirt senior, super senior. He's in what do you call UNC status?
Yeah, I think so.
He's getting there. So we kind of tease our older people with that of you're in UNC status now. So like everybody's uncle. He's back. And then we brought in a nice young lady. Again, I don't want to mention too many specific names because I can't name them all, but another shot put, Mia Bustos from Eastbrook, and she was a state qualifier.
Wow.
And shot put, and she threw in high school basically what Sydney threw. So we're kind of hoping that translates. So we'll see.
There's a young lady at Western that's really good as well.
Yeah, if you're out there, we're coming after you too. I think my associate head coach Jordan Fivecoat has talked to her last year, and our Lisa Pfluger, our women's basketball coach, knows her really, really well, and so we're going to try to get her.
I hope so.
We'll see. And then as far as cross country goes, coming in this year, we have our strong returners. You're going to get to meet a few of them here right after this, and we had some nice freshmen come in, and I'm anticipating this being our strongest season for the men and women we've ever had.
Wow!
And I've been here 8 years. Yeah. Cross country starting year number 14, so I've been here starting year number 9. I think on the men's and women's side, we can have the strongest teams we've had since I've been here, or ever in the last 14 years. Because I believe we're starting year 14 now, I think. And so that's just going to depend on how well everybody does. It depends on health. I've said it before to our teams. We have to go to meets like Indiana Wesleyan, and we have to try to smack a few people around to cement our place in where we're at in the conference and where we're at nationally. So I think everybody's going to college, whether you're an individual or on a team, is national qualifying, right? Like that's your ultimate goal. High school, it's you got to get to the state meet. Well, in college, it's the national meet. So we have those conversations about teams and individuals going to nationals, both in cross country and indoor and outdoor track and field. And then it's just a matter of everything falling in the right place with health, with the training, and I feel like our cross country teams are ready to take that step forward.
Here's my last question for you: what does it mean for you to lead the cross country team this year?
I absolutely love what I do. I'm not getting rich doing what I'm doing. And I definitely could, maybe do something else and make more money, but it's not about, to me, not about that money because I've made more money in my life, but wasn't happy with that. So I love my job. I love working with these athletes. I love seeing this program from where it was. I wasn't there at the very, very beginning of cross country, but I know where it was. And I helped start the track and field program to see this grow where it is with the numbers and the successes we're having. It just makes me really proud to be a part of that. And, I look at it and I'm like, I'm the one that has to get out there and convince these kids to come here. IU Kokomo is a great place for an education, for athletics, for a lot of other reasons. And I've told a few stories just in the last year. I've been to at least 4 weddings of former athletes, and they're either marrying somebody they met on the team, or the people in the actual wedding party are their friends that they made while they were here. Yeah. And I think to me that's one of the most. When I see that, I'm just so proud of that because I kind of helped do that. I'm not the one that forced them together in that sense to be friends or to marry each other, but it's like I get to see that come to fruition. And at the end of the day, when these kids walk across the stage and they get their degrees and they go off in the world and they do a lot of good things, and hopefully they write big checks when they're done. I'm looking at 2 of them right now to the program, but not about the money. It's just to see the success that they have because they came here, because they had cross-country track field success, because they had academic success, and they've gone on and they've started their careers and their families and their lives. And that to me is what this is all about more than anything.
That's Josh Colvin, the head track and field and cross country coach at IUK. And coming up after the break, two individuals that he coaches in cross country will be coming on the show to talk about their team camp and what they expect to do during the cross country season. As the Cougar Cast rolls on, I'd like to welcome into the show a couple elder statesmen maybe in the cross country program. We have Bryce Stateler. He's been here before. He is a senior. And then we also have Rachel Eby. She is also a senior. And they're here leading the cross country team that is probably going to be pretty successful this year. Bryce, you've been here before. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Rachel, this is your first time. What was it like listening to Colvin on the show?
I would say I was not surprised by the amount he was talking.
No?
No.
See, it's interesting because I've been here with him numerous times, and he is a talker, but normally not that much. So I was a little surprised, but you work with him every day.
Yeah. We've had some long team meetings before.
What are those meetings like?
Oh, usually it's like he's talking about something that could take like 5 minutes to say and makes it like 20 minutes long.
So that reminds me of a story that Maddie Dotlich told last year, maybe earlier this year, when they were talking about his summer job. And I think he has to do something with corn. And they had a long conversation about corn. And I was like, that's interesting. But Bryce, have you had a long conversation with Colvin about corn?
Not about corn, but just about anything, let's be honest. Colvin's a good talker, especially deep talker. So if you get him whenever you get him to start talking, he'll be like, all right, and then it'll continue. But, I mean, I love that in a coach. I mean, I'm looking for that whenever I'm feeling down or in the dumps. Whenever he's trying to bring me back up, I kind of need that.
I like that. Bryce, you're a senior. This is your final year running cross country at IUK. What's it going to feel like in your final year?
Oh, well, I hope I put down some good times. I'm aiming for sub 26. Hopefully, first Cougar guy to do that. But you know, it's gonna be emotional for me. I'm gonna miss it. I don't think I'll ever stop running, but competing competitively at the NAIA level, I'm for sure gonna miss it.
What were some of the most memorable times so far competing here at IUK?
Mine's more just like with the teammates, hanging out with everybody, getting to know people, just making memories with friends at the end of the day. I mean, I love just getting huddled up with everybody and just like, hey, we're determined, we're here, we want to fight. Let's prove these other schools wrong. I mean, that's my favorite part about this team.
I love it. Rachel, we never got to hear your backstory at all. Why did you decide to run at IUK a few years ago?
That's a great question. I actually was like very on the fence about it. Like I knew I was going to come to IUK, and Colvin kept bothering me. He's like, you should run. I was like, I don't know. And so I finally just decided to do it, and I'm very glad that I did because I've met some of the best people in my life on this team, and I've just grown to love running even more than I did in high school. And yeah, I don't know where I'd be in life if I didn't choose to run.
Wow. Well, that's a pretty good recruiting pitch as well.
Yeah.
If anybody's trying to get a recruiter for anything, pick Rachel. She's the right person for the job. Team camp was a week and a half, a couple weeks ago down at McCormick's Creek State Park. Heard it was very, very hot. We also heard before you came on that your freshman year was pretty intense. What happened during that time period?
Yeah, that first year, our other coach, Jordan, he made all the workouts, and it was pretty intense. We were hitting like our max mileage week, the week of camp. We started with like a half-mile hill. That was like the first thing we did off the bus. We went straight up a half-mile hill like 8 or 10 times. I don't remember how many times. And then we had a catch-up run the next morning that was longer than any race we'd ever be doing. It was just crazy workouts. He's made it a lot nicer since then, so it's a lot more enjoyable. But it was a lot that first year coming in and not being used to like running in college and that being like the first experience. It was a lot, but the people who made it through that, they're dedicated because it was a lot.
Were you one of the people that made it through crawling till the end?
Oh, trust me, I was one of the guys on the ground.
I love how things get a little intense, but also, I mean, as a freshman, your first time doing something, you kind of need a little shock factor to kind of get you up to speed and realize this isn't high school anymore. It is college. Competition's a little bit more intense and it's tougher, but it's good that he learned from that experience because I think if Colvin
Yeah.
kept doing that and kept that same routine, you might like him, but you still might resent him at the end of the day. At times,
100%.
like, why is he doing that?
Yeah. But like coming out of high school, I was always the fastest. So I was like coming down here, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to beat all these guys. And then that hill, it really taught me.
Yeah.
Will you guys miss team camp next year?
Oh, 100%. I will at least.
Why?
I just love getting around all the guys and like just learning everybody's background and playing games together and just exploring together, training together, just all that. Like you're together. There's not a lot of good data out there, so everybody has to be off their phones and to actually talk to people. Unfortunate, but just being able to go out into like a place with people you don't know and be able to like build bonds that you're not used to, it's just gonna like make so many memories.
What are you looking forward to doing this year during cross country? What goals do you have set?
Most of my goals, I mean, I've been running a lot better like over this past summer than I've ever run before. So I'm just expecting to like blow out of the water all my past times, which I think will happen pretty easily. But I'm also just expecting like a good team result. As Colvin mentioned, we have a lot of freshmen. Over half our team is freshmen this year, and they're all coming in and running really well. So I'm just expecting like really good results as a team as well.
I feel like it's a theme along with a lot of sports right now, not just cross country. I talked to Heather Hayes, and she said the volleyball team's pretty young, and then the soccer team is pretty young too. That could be a dynamic that could cause leaders like yourselves to not want to lead like you need to. But it sounds like she's ready to lead the team, while it is a little bit younger. How are you going to be able to lead the youngsters this year?
Well, my goal this year is to try to get the younger people to like actually jump in. I mean, I know a lot of people coming into their freshman year, they're like, I don't really trust this. The training is kind of weird. I'm not used to this. But like, if I can get them to just jump in and like be like, okay, I'm willing to do whatever Colvin 5-Co tell me to do, and just like that, put the drive towards it and have the will to want to get faster. I feel like our team will continuously get faster and faster and grow stronger together, along with like the exercises that we have implemented. I mean, some of them are weird, and I'm just like, me personally still, I'm like, I don't know, but I still do them to just show that like, hey, if I do them, you can do them.
I like that. So for people that don't know, and I'm a little not on the all-in side on knowing a lot of things about cross country, do men and women both run 8Ks and 5Ks, just depending on which race you go to?
So the men always run 8Ks.
Okay.
And I believe the girls run 5Ks.
We go between 6Ks and 5Ks. I think this year we only have one 5K and the rest are all 6Ks.
What will you run at nationals if you qualify for that?
6K.
6K?
Yeah.
Is that your goal, to qualify for nationals?
I mean, that's always a goal for anyone who's running. Specifically as a team, we want to be nationally ranked.
Okay.
If we can do that, we have a lot better chance of going to nationals. And obviously winning conference is always a goal as well. And you get an automatic bid to nationals if the team wins conference as well.
That'd be huge. That'd be huge. I would love if at some point be able to talk to you two sometime down the road to potentially get your thoughts, if that happens, about, hey, we talked before the season and we actually did it. Here's what we think about it. I would love to get those thoughts, if possible, down the road. With it being your senior year, I'm curious what your plans are for after college.
That is a great question. I currently am kind of like on the fence about what I'm going to do. I'm majoring in exercise science, so there's a good amount of things I could do. I could come do more school. I actually have another year of cross if I'd want to do that. I was injured last year, so I have a red shirt year. So I don't really know yet. I haven't decided, but I'm looking forward to figuring that out in the next coming semester or so.
I would say stay and be in school and run some more. I think it would benefit not only you, it would benefit Colvin too.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be something that if he hasn't already said it, I'll say it. Stay in school, run one more time. Team camp will be very enjoyable for you. What are your plans for after school?
So I don't have a set in stone plan. Now I have a like dream, I guess you could say. Now I'm going for accounting and finance. My main goal with my degrees obviously find an accounting job, but I also want to be able to help like non-for-profits, like churches and stuff, and like do accounting for them
Okay.
and that fun stuff.
Is that the dream that you have?
That's my dream, but also I want to own a coffee shop, but we'll get the money while time comes, right?
I like that. I like that. Where would that coffee shop be?
Oh, I've been looking around Kokomo and found looked at a couple spots, but I'm not 100%, especially if I was Seven Brew and Starbucks and Big Ben's and all that. Just one on like a main road, like 31, would be a good place for a coffee shop in my head.
So you plan on staying here and not going back home?
Nah, I think about staying here a lot, honestly. I love Kokomo.
You're from here, right?
I am from here.
Do you plan on staying in Kokomo?
I do, unless I end up doing more school somewhere else, but who knows?
I would say stay in school in Kokomo. That'd be my suggestion. Just stay right here. Last question for both of you guys. Same one. Ladies first. You get to go. No, let's go you first. You can go second for this one. What does it mean for you to be a part of the cross country team this year?
Oh, it means a lot to me. I think we have our strongest group that I've been with for a while. I know my freshman year coming in, we were ranked second, and we were like up there and fighting and contesting for the first place, but the cards didn't fall in place. That happens. But this year, I feel like our group of guys, especially a lot of our incoming freshmen, I'm looking for at least 4 of them to be in front of me while I still run a load like sub 26, and that'll put us hopefully national ranked.
What does it mean for you to be a part of the team this year?
It means a lot. I'm really excited about this year, just with the group we have coming in and returning. We just have such a great group of girls this year who are hardworking, determined, want to perform well, and it's just so inspiring to be around all of them and see them working hard. It makes me want to work harder, and I love my team, and it's just amazing to be here.
She is Rachel Eby. This is Bryce Stateler, the 2 runners, the distance runners at IUK that are on the track and field team and the cross country team. Earlier, we got to hear from Josh Colvin. He's the leader of them all. I am Jay Stevens, the host of the Cougar Cast. We'll see you next time.